Well, hello people, and welcome back to another episode of City Showcase. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we are looking at the city of Lakedale by Natalia, a modded 154,000 population city on the Bay of Isles map from the Map Pack 2 DLC, which is available down below on Instant Gaming. If you don't have it, that does help support the channel. This mod set is very similar to Ilium's, so you can expect Move It, Network Multi-Tool, and lots more of your extendable quality of life mods in CS1. Most of the DLCs are also in the city. Don't forget, if you want your city in on the next episode, there's a link to a Google form in the video description. Fill it out, and I'll do my best to showcase your work. And if we can get 1 like on this video, I'll make another episode. Either way, let's take a look around Lakedale, shall we? So first of all, everyone, let's bask within the orbital view here. So this is a great map. We've had one city shown on this map before, and it was built very differently. All the downtown was based around this area, all the high density. So it's always so fun, isn't it, to see how different people approach the same landscape. And I think today, rather than starting downtown last, we'll go straight into it along this very elaborate waterfront here on the mainland. Tick all this off, and then we'll grab these little outer line districts along the edge here. So full 81 tile build available. With 154,000 people. So let's get stuck right into this waterfront, shall we? We'll see our first options with ferries and monorail. And immediately, some tasteful detailing. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that great? While we see transit for the first time, we'll check out some numbers. 6,100 residents with 4,000 tourists. Pretty good numbers for a city size of this for sure. And of course, 69% traffic flow, which is nice. Let's check out where those choke points might be over here for sure. I think they're taking a turn here. They probably don't need to, don't they? Imagine that's blocking them up. But that's fine. I don't mind busy arterial. Makes it look a bit like sort of rush hour traffic jams, doesn't it? As long as it moves, I'm happy with it. Up to 70% now. Back to 69. Just as I said that. That's fine. So yeah, just some highway arterial choke points through here. The builder did reference that she was heavily inspired by myself, Imperator, City Planner, and Biffa. So we'll see if we can identify any of those. I think I can see me, the bush line in, for sure. Love a bush line. It goes everywhere. But this is a really wonderful downtown space, and we can see those extra quality of life mods paying off, with small retaining wall available to hide a bit of an awkward layer. But there's a lot of fun through here. There's parks tucked in, little bits of commercial, and all this open plaza concrete space respected around the foot of larger buildings right in the city centre here. Little love heart fountain, classic combination of course. Used this many times across loads of different builds. And even some prop anarchy as well. We're seeing some prop snapping at play here. Stacking these little kind of like Giants column multicoloured things together. Plenty more of this to be enjoyed all through these little city streets. Love this. Huge thumbs up for this. Love the idea of these like realistic alleyways being taken care of in city builds, especially in the downtown spaces. I think it adds quite a lot to the finished product, like even stuff like this. Little food gardens here just behind buildings, which I myself am sometimes guilty of not zoning and taking care of them. This is a tidy example, which really works with the props on the building as well. Great stuff. Get a bit of a wider sense of road hierarchy here as we approach an arterial. So we've got a really interesting kind of downtown waterfront here, haven't we? There's some hilltop parks in here, which have some great views down to some really nice landscaped areas, fountains in the middle of a little roundabout. Metro stations and further props. European street market with the stadium, which is an asset we haven't seen before. In fact, I don't think I've seen this arena in a European setting. I think that might be a city showcase first. But I don't mind it at all. Take that as your spice sample, right? I always tend to put these arenas in more of an American setting. But the bricks, of course, always match together, don't they? Here, we'll see some really nice detailing work. All the delivery space taken care of behind the commercial. Really special scenes. Shopping malls, Africa in miniature. All the DLCs featuring here. repeated plazas at the front of transit stops. Overgrown behind commercial. And just like, look at this, the way they've integrated all of this stuff. And Bob is present, but I wasn't provided with a Bob config, so I'm guessing these probably would have been taken off. But look at that, that's so cute, isn't it? I've got all that landscaping through there. That's such a nicely designed corner of the downtown, isn't it? Big fan of that. Well, King Leno's assets is also down here too. Motels brings us back to that ferry stop there. Where do we want to go here? Let's tick off this little area down the coast. We'll come past a wonderful little school campus, childcare, pitches, and parking. More hotels. It's a really wonderful build. It's amazing. Glass roof plaza also through here as well, coming to a super dense amusement park that really uses grids and curves very nicely, doesn't it? Look at this. Really like that. I love the roundabout with right next to the grids. Log flumes, roller coasters. Just a really nice park. All this detailing through here too. The Unicorn Park, which is not something we see often on City Showcase at all. Giving us a cable car heading somewhere over the hills and far away. Imagine this will be quite a grand reveal. Isn't it? That drops us down over there. We'll pick that up later on though. And we'll stay at this side for right now. And then just loads of landscaping, hedge linings to kind of give boundary to the park. I love how overgrown the amusement park is. Isolated haunted house is always a vibe as well, isn't it? This brings us up with traffic parks. And then another little viewpoint here. Heading back towards this little peninsula. Coming back from all this commercial, there's a little couplet system at play. With the aquarium. Office, commercial of all variation and DLC type. Including one of my favourite assets, the Dosan Center from the Hearts of Korea pack. And then statue and plaza space out the front of a Waterfront Expo Center. Really fun area. Beautiful build so far. Let's head back to our stadium district. We'll also see big repetitive residential patterns here. Vanilla in and around wall-to-wall residential. Really like that tower design. It does work in a very heavily repeated pattern, doesn't it? I love that the road flow as well. You are clearly versed and mastered in blending grids and curves. See all the flow and the bends here of the arterials coming around. Like, just nicely designed, you know. Very good. The gherkin is also present. Before we come into blends of so many different commercial vibes here, look at everything happening here. We've got financial district blocks, European mixed in with unique buildings. Some really nice use of financial districts. That looks so good. That's amazing. I love that. Disaster memorial out the front of the disaster response unit, which might be the first time I've actually seen it outside of that building. But I like it though, of course. Stairs and plaza always work so well together. Oh, and you've really blended the back of the building in there nicely, haven't you? Look at all that pathwork there. Wonders of anarchy, right? Doesn't that totally just change how that building sits in the city centre there? Amazing. The terminal is here with the clock tower and more just really fun financial DLC configurations. Even more here, vanilla office blended in with it. All this landscaping and plaza work around the foot of our stock exchange too. Depression office also present here with loads. You can probably tell the frames dropping slightly here. That's because of all the plants. There's a lot of them, which I adore. And then this brings us to this big, thick, 6-lane couplet. cutting right through the middle. This is very Biguzia. Did something very similar to this there many years ago now. But this is a treat, isn't it? Monorail in between as well, which one person is using. I imagine that's not an overly popular stop there. We'll probably see more at the stadium, I imagine. Yeah, a few more here. We have seen underground metro here as well though, so I bet that's taken quite a lot of the traffic too. The airline headquarters is also mixed into this huge area. With observation towers. And just more landscaping through every little downtown corner. There's something. Many hours have gone into this, clearly. Big Central Park. Which is such a simple but like well executed use of park life, that, isn't it? Nice way to just break open the downtown grid. Mix it in with some pedestrianisation up here with the northern tram roads as well. I'm an enormous fan of this design. I feel like you could just crawl these city streets for hours and always find something new to stumble upon. A lot of good inspiration here for asset blending too. Got vanilla, Korea, plazas and promenades, financial districts. All in like super close proximity. Great blending of styles. See more interesting financial districts combinations here too. With our skyscrapers mixed in between. With even the bottom of them detailed through here, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? That makes me so happy. This is definitely my favourite way to play Cities Skylines 1 or 2. This is the best experience for me currently, as of the making of this video at least. And we'll of course see what Iceflake does to CS2. But like, there's so much in the official asset pool now, and there are some custom assets in this city. But we haven't seen one yet, as I say it. We literally stumbled upon one. And this is a custom public library, which is very nice. It's sitting as part of a school campus in the downtown. Love this path design out the back of the Plaza's hospital. Oh, that's so nice. We're even using it as well, because you've anarchied it through. Really tasteful hospital grounds. Gazebos in the trees there. This side, we'll see big chunks of residential. Towers, Hearts of Korea. Academic libraries, more old stone here with the financial districts. Little tram transitional green belt blending in some death care here too. Another one of those public libraries by the school. Metro station. Really nicely expanded Korean food market asset here. That's quite a lot of fun, isn't it? Then this brings us back to the waterfront over here where we'll see malls and back to the modern art museum. Just what a treat that is, right? There's so much in this city block here. Jumping back to this side of the massive arterial couplet system, we'll also notice a sunken pedestrian pathway here. I wonder if we can spy. There it is. I was wondering where it comes out. Probably here. And then more residential towers here. Definitely more of the high density district vibe. Lots of sports pitches. Repetition of many different types of assets. Commercial main streets littered in between. More pattern repetitions pretty much all the way along this coast. Is our high density crawl, which I'm sure from the street view itself, if you were actually driving down this road, it's going to be more than worth it, right? Of all the different colours here. And this road is really quiet, isn't it? Considering we're in so much high density here. So we'll also see some bollard detail in here. Classic pedestrian detail, of course. Brilliant. Really, really nice build so far. Oh, look, you could have done it. You were so close. You could have fed it right through the middle. Just like we've done in Ilium recently. I can't help but do it now. Every time I see the Jangby soft, it needs monorail through it. Or metro would also work as well. Or trains, I suppose. Anything. Trams, maybe, one day. So wonderful. This is great. More huge blocks of residential here. Where do we want to head at this point? We explored up to this point at the minute. We need to catch all this stuff through there as well. So I think let's grab the rest of this coast first and this section of highway. I'll come across big residential designs again. Elder care, childcare, parking, parks, and many other services littered all in between the buildings. Nice blending of pitches. I really like this actually. Just simple tower car parking, tower car parking. You'll have a lot of fun with different repetitions of this in shapes and sizes and whatnot. Create quite dystopian housing blocks with so much concrete, but you know, those sort of places do exist. Really cute bridge networks swooping down here as well. Before we come across a really nice park area here. Look at this. Loads of different layers here. The wonders of network anarchy at play. You can just decide when you want bridge and tunnel, respectively. This whole hillside here is a great use of the network anarchy mod, isn't it? How much more creative you can be with your designs with one simple mod, right? To clickbait you all into my video. This one simple mod made this build. And it did, didn't it? Wonderful designs of residential here. Yeah, the culprit then approaches an enormous roundabout which features the Statue of Industry. And then we'll take the left side off later on. Jangbysoft sits right on the corner with the hearts of Korea towers, lots of planter and plaza detailing in between. With more vast, if you ever need high density residential inspiration, Natalia is the person to ask, isn't she? Because this is fantastic. Lots of different combinations. Another school campus with a monorail inside. That's so nice. Definitely doing that in Ilium. We've actually got 2 schools here. Even 3. Is that a custom one? Yeah, that's a custom school there, isn't it? I think anyway. I've never seen that asset before. Daffodil Public Library branch. So it's a small library. Clearly a big fan of the custom library assets on the Steam Workshop. Again, notice and appreciate, pay homage to the landscaping that's all the way in between these city streets here. It's pretty much everywhere. Busy ferries. Hello, people. This is nearly as busy as Ilium's. Possibly some of the busier ferries we've seen on City Showcase. Where are we going? Back into... just along this coastline, is it? No, we're going over here. Over here. Nice. So this is really fun to see a much wider expanded ferry network. That's getting some tasty traffic as well. In fact, you're not even just about not clearing the backlogs. So we're getting some proper ferry porn here. Great stuff. I'm obsessed with ferries since Ilium. maybe my new favourite. Displace the trams. They're like water trams basically, aren't they? Curvy beach arterial is great stuff, especially with the trams through here. Through this school campus. Which brings us to more waterfront. Another ferry stop. Turnarounds for the tram. And then more immense, high dense residential. Bringing us up to that awkward junction we saw earlier. Yeah, I think some of them are taking a left turn here, aren't they? But it doesn't seem to be doing it anymore, actually. But it's a nice intersection. There's some basic node controller going on at play here too. Slightly busy. Imagine there's possibly some further refinements you can do for turning lanes here. You could possibly even make this one 2-way, so this left turn can be taken the junction before, if they're turning left here. Either way, I love the road design here. We also have our first bits of industry lingering this edge of the A double rail track too. It's like some... Oh, is that like a little dedicated fire rescue reservoir? That's such a nice idea. I really like that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Like a dedicated water pool for the fire helicopters. Really creative, I love that. That's so cool. Expanded tram depot, as if it's here for maintenance. It's a classic design, of course, with the tram depot. And holy smokes. No people. This is amazing. Look at that. Mental monorail too. That's really great stuff. I really love that. All platforms absolutely slammed. As we approach certainly a transit hub here around the university. Let's get a sense of some ridership numbers. 4,300 through this. Is that busier than Orchid Bay's? I can't remember how busy I got this in Orchid Bay. Well, that is very high though. And are they internal trains? They are. So you could probably get even more than that if you had more vehicles here to clear these backlogs out. Brilliant. Fantastic. A great use of a really cool asset. One of my favourite transit hubs, this one. Through here, loads more landscaping. Prop detailing of the highest order. Really tasteful wall-to-wall fusing. That's a great looking asset, that, isn't it? I'll have to remember that one for Ilium. Then loads of roadies. Before we're heading kind of back into the high density areas over here now, back up to this statue of industry. Corporate systems are everywhere. Love this. There's more custom assets in the middle of this as well. It's like another little library. Japanese gardens, bush gardens, food plazas. Just wonderful scenes to be had. Metro. Little half-moon pedestrian districts. The smallest little props and chairs available to be had over here too. We'll see another stadium, which is also hitting a match day at the minute. With big sports vibes around it. Lots of big open pitches here, perhaps training facility vibes maybe. Although it's 3 different sports, so maybe not. Maybe it's just big greenbelt space. Bringing us back to this hospital. I want to check out what's going on with this little Asian temple up here. Some really nice little frontage systems. Holding greenbelt, water designs, and temple. This swings around back to those big blocks of high density we were seeing earlier, which kind of completes this big chunk of island over here, right? Really fun bit of the town, this. We'll grab the other side of the highway as we come back around this. For now, we'll come across the bay. Across a really wonderful downtown space. Thoroughly enjoyed looking around that. Into some more residential designs over here. And certainly a big park. Do we have a name for this? Wildlife World. So a huge zoo. With cable car going through the middle of it. I've never seen that before. That's definitely a new design. This ferry stop is the one we saw earlier, down here. With also another tram termination point. Ferries and trams are big themes of the city, aren't they? We'll see vanilla residential through here. Well, really simple, but just tastefully designed school campuses. Combinations of pitch and school. Love the roadie zoo fence aesthetic running all the way down here. Very tasty. And then this cable car has been so uniquely integrated into the zoo. I guess it's here as a viewpoint, maybe? Oh, look at that as well. What detailing is that? If you have, haven't you? Do you have the animal spawners in here? Can't see any. I'm guessing they're expanded enclosures because you've used the park fence with hedges in the middle, which is so nice. I would have never thought of using that like that. That's custom fence. I'm absolutely in love with that. That's so nice. But I'm guessing they're here as enclosures, but it doesn't look like you've put animal spawners down. Oh no, you have. Is that just a wild animal? It's a cougar. Probably come from Orchid Bay. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what they're intended as, right? But really, really, really love them. One of the coolest things I've seen done with those little fence assets. And some insane creativity, bringing the cable car, sorry, right the way through the middle of the park life area. Which is a zoo. We got our classic zoo enclosures at the bottom. Bit of nature reserve in here too. Some kayaking and water sports available on the lake. It takes up a huge space, doesn't it? Possibly the biggest zoo we've ever seen on City Showcase. Down here we'll see more high density. Tunnels taking us through the mountain range, which we'll get to a little bit later on. Park maintenance with service and industry in here. Where the trams follow the national road. Down to what definitely looks like a bit more of a touristic setting. We've got some hotels present. Lots of shopping. And more high density residential. Got a botanical garden. Really nice pool detailing through here. Even taking space to detail your own official asset custom hotel spaces. And before we see another temple. Again at the entrance to the zoo. There's the water marina over there. The cable car terminates very coolly. I love how you've done that there. With the tram turnaround. Then we come out to... This must have a name, surely. No. And they're both turned off as well. Wonder what this is. It's like a mini isolated island port, I suppose, with some prop work around it. That's very dedicated. I wonder why you turn them off as well. Wonder if they were causing too much ship traffic maybe, or too much traffic off the island perhaps. But I like the concept. Just little isolated port island. Reminds me of Miami. Has a lot of like little island concrete port infrastructures like that off the coast. Which wraps up this little corner over here, doesn't it? Which will drop us now this side of the mainland as we come down here to see more classic, what are quickly becoming classic Natalia designs of repeated high density residential. With low density mixing through here as we approach our airport. But before that, do not look past some really tastefully put together suburbs. Really nice path designs around plazas. All these little alleyway spaces like authentically done. You've even put your own props back here as well. Quite insane. So much time has gone into this. And just wonderful suburban sprawl. You want low density inspiration. There it is, right? Well then, we get the opposite of low density. We get our airport, which is the only one on the map, I think. Looks to be. Can't see another runway. We'll see what's going on first. Front of terminal. We have a big 6-lane arterial coming in. We have shopping, King Leno's. Multiple shopping centre, unique buildings actually. Also with ferry access as well. You know, this might be the first instance of ferry and airport convergence we've seen. Don't think I've seen ferries by the airport before in a city showcase, have we? Can't recall it. Could be wrong there though. And really nice landscaping, of course. Let's just take a look at the terminal here. We've even gone for the angled one. And the couplet system flows so well. Reminds me a little bit maybe of through regional airport from Rannoch, perhaps, with the terminal configuration here. But this is actually kind of much better because you left yourself enough room. I was kind of struggling to get the entrance in a little bit. And aviation police, I think, should be happy. Really nice terminal configuration here. Some waiting planes, but cities wants AI stupidity. Little you can do to avoid it. Got a somewhat busy train station here, with lots of zoned mining industry up here. Are you without the industries DLC? Just looking now. Do we not have industries? No, this is all vanilla forestry. That's so interesting. It's very rare you get a city these days without the industries DLC, at least as far as I can tell. I could be wrong, but now I'm noticing all the industrial. It's all vanilla. Very interesting. We'll get over to this shortly. Not often you see that at all. So I love the airport. Really nice. Great configurations. Great detail. And you've even got airport viewing areas at the bottom of your runway. And just great. Really nicely done. It's not overdone as well, is it? It's all these little quality of life mods that have just allowed us to have the freedom to design. Yeah, so here's all our oil as well. Interesting, you have so many of the DLCs and even more niche content creator packs, but you skipped out on industries. Possibly the first time we've ever seen that DLC arrangement, I think. And so let's see exactly how you've used it, because we're definitely coming into some industries areas here. Massive note as well for how these tunnels and layers all transition between the hillside here. Very, very tasty. So over here we have a cargo train station with forestry, which you've detailed very nicely. Like when you're using quite a lot of this vanilla base game production industry, it can be a little bit much sometimes, but this has been very nicely done. I really like this over here, and especially that forestry that we just saw a moment ago, which we'll get into on that island. There is, however, some of it over here. So you managed to get the pattern of the tree plantations in quite nicely there. And we'll see another monorail bus terminal here, which is getting some good use. Bringing us into pretty much outer lying sprawl at the foot of the downtown setting here for a wider city concept of what's going on. We'll see this National Express Road come through. And onto another waterfront school campus with great fountain detail in here. And we're seeing some of our custom... Oh no, wait, is that a ploppable asset? Which asset is this? Oh, that's Fountain of Life and Death. I thought that was a custom one. High density and shopping continues with another amusement park with yet more ferry convergence. Really significant ferry network all the way through them. You can track them moving around, can't you? Just all the way around the whole edge of the island. Love expanded ferry systems. As we get a grander scale of where we are here, there's the transit hub we'll be very, very fond of down this way. And then here, this definitely comes with a map. I remember seeing this, I think, very kind of elaborate, slightly bent peanut about. But super cool. Interesting way back onto the highway. And come along this to see more hotels. Monorail also picks up this side. Where we'll briefly jump back across the highway, I think, to explore some farming communities that we've got out here, haven't we? So again, it's all the base game farming. Which again, with positioning here, like you managed to make this look pretty authentic. Lots of fence. Tree plantations, perhaps. Obviously more animals here. You can actually get this fence as a prop to close off the enclosures if you wanted to as well. But it's a valiant effort without the industry's DLC to create some authentic farmland. I'll give you that. It's not easy to do. I think the back-to-backs work quite well. Even Seaside Resort is in there. You have seaside resorts, but not industries DLC. That's so funny. Yeah, well done for giving it a try with just the vanilla farmland. You have managed to create quite a convincing aesthetic. Back across the highway, we'll jump across into more suburbia, which is mid-century modern, around these commercial hotspots, which of course converge with park and monorail, and plazas right through the middle. It's just great simple sprawl, isn't it? Nice high streets again. Carefully chosen assets, clearly. Well, what the growables is in the mod set. So I imagine most of your buildings have been chosen by hand, and you can tell. Some pretty mental train traffic. Where are you stemming from? Underground. Is it just edge of map stupidness? Yeah, it is, isn't it? So sorry you're suffering with this. You can help it by... I'll show how to move this off. It doesn't always work. It can be a temporary fix sometimes. You want to make sure this first segment here from the map edge to the first node is at least the length of one full train. It'll help a lot. But I have found, in my experience, especially when you're playing with mods, that it does eventually back up again. It's not a permanent fix. Unfortunately, the trains don't totally leave the map, like they're actually stopping at the edge with no station, which is quite silly. But I guess it's totally hard-coded into how outside connections work for Cities Skylines 1, isn't it? So there's only so much you can really do about it. Optimized outside connections mod will really help you with this, because it tells the trains not to leave until they're 100% full, which by that fact just reduces the number of them on the lines. Anyway, back to the suburb. We'll keep following the monorail and the coast here, as we'll see vanilla, housing and residential. In amongst high density school campuses, and so many different shapes and DLCs. Korea and plazas and promenades blended together. I really love this little park space with the path design. Very creative. Water towers and our second block of mining industry here. Again, like when it's like this, like you've done another good job here of doing it. I love all these spaces in the middle of the roads with the props and the machinery. And we are getting some animation as it spits out little cubes of coal, I suppose. Not really cubes, are they? No idea what that shape is. Maybe the geometry police can let us know down in the comments below. It's a really interesting transition here. We've just got a big chunk of ore industry right in the middle of these suburbs, with more of that farming aesthetic too. There we go. It looks like you did the fence trick here, did you? And then more farming and forestry blended in. Little service point there too. Tied onto the side of a tram station. Bearing in mind there could also be some bob work missing from this as well. So I would possibly bear that in mind. Remember, I don't have the config file for the city. As we approach this end, moving alongside the highway, we'll notice some wonderful couplet system. Almost, it is bi-directional each side, but still, similar layout. With the tram running in the middle with pink tree lining, taking us right up to the Plaza of Industry, the Botanical Gardens, Nature Reserve, and another park. Which again has all been taken care of. There's some really nice beach props down here in the cove. Campsites. And really fun. We've even got some more beach detailing over here too. It actually looks like we've got the active beaches. Or these are the hangout markers. It'll be one or two of them. Yeah, beach with chairs, that's it. There's a few different these. You can get realistic functional beaches, beach with chairs. There's quite a few of them on the Steam Workshop. But they all pretty much do the same thing. Give you people hanging out on the beach. We should have some nice views from here. I don't think we'll see the skyline. I imagine the topography is in the way at this point. But really, again, just more great example of simple suburban sprawl. Blends of grid and curves with attractions and waterfront and commercial, tastefully placed in and around all these little transit spots here. That's a really nice way of blending in those plazas assets, actually. Having them sat behind smaller commercial buildings really adds quite a lot there, doesn't it? The National Highway divides this area, bringing us into a dedicated little mini skyline here. With pretty much everything. Residential, towers, office, commercial. Which also converges with a ferry where we'll see a monorail terminate. Which is very busy, very tasty. Great stuff. Another glass roof plaza. And even all these little spaces here. Should we take a walk through? I feel like these alleyways should be appreciated. See like a little delivery area here. Bins down the sides of buildings. Stairs. Some more bins down alleyways. Which brings you out into an open plaza. There's layers to be enjoyed. Just nicely put together, isn't it? It's designed. Definitely designed. Love the breakwater as well. Very nice. And even a little monorail turnaround point. I'm not sure what this is. They're not using it, are they? I don't think. Just some elaborate design, maybe? Or was you planning to maybe send it off another direction? Over here we'll see a crazy mountain road that elevate right up here into a tunnel, which then emerges out the other side into some little interchange ramps coming out here. This drops us back off in the next bit of mainland around from the coast where we were on the downtown. Hope you enjoy some sprawl. More high density patterns. A cargo port here which is very busy. Guessing looking at this, maybe this is why you turned off the other ports on the other side of the map we saw a moment ago. Quite busy. Why are they so busy actually? They're being stupid here, aren't they? That's what's slowing you down. Because they're just stopping for no reason. Of course. You need traffic managers to tell them to stop it. But a one-way system here can also help. You can network multi-tool these roads off. Something we've done in Ilium a few times. But over here. Interesting interchange intersections here, which is a little busy here. Possibly advise if this is the road getting more traffic, make this one the primary connection into the roundabout, and then allow this slip road to join into it. So they don't have to merge kind of twice here, you know. Probably fix that like that. Now we get some real traffic through here now. Trains. Is it just AI stupidity? There's some awkward lane switching going on here, isn't there? Which isn't helping them. But again, there's not too much you can do about it, is it? Over here we'll see Christmas and monorail combined with wonderful little spots like this tucked away. Very tasty. And we'll also see the Cheesecake Factory custom asset. That's very cute. We don't have the Cheesecake Factory in the UK, but I would love to visit. You guys, the Americans in the audience, please give me your experiences of the Cheesecake Factory below. Is it yay? Or is it nay? Never been. I'm assuming it serves cheesecake. Which is good. I do like a bit of cheesecake. And then more classic Natalia Faithfull's Hearts of Korea and vanilla housing. In many different combos. More commercial beachfronts here. Nice little plaza design there. And then another school campus. And residential, I think, sees us around to a big coastal road that drops us back off in downtown, where we started the city showcase over here. And then back up to the mainland where we were, where that big rail yard was and the farming. We also have a little services pocket, which has been demarcated with fence. Lots of big services in here. Nice way to use some chunky service assets in between a highway. Which pretty much completes the mainland for us. It's a big old city, so much people living here already, isn't there? So we'll head to the second one now. And we'll jump down at this airport road and see what's going on this island. So really love the highway networks passing through here. I'm pretty sure from our map review of this comes with the map. This is Map Builder. Sid I's map pack too, isn't it? Wonderful. But here we'll find more sprawl, a little bit of seaside resorts also making an appearance along the beach here too. It's some really nice repetitive seaside resort designs actually. Beyond this we'll see shopping. More, if there's anything you walk away from this city, it's the design of school campuses, isn't it? Many different little formations of them all together here. Very tasty. And then we peel up into some pretty gnarly terrain through here. Like this map is not particularly flat at all, is it? Over here is where we'll see that farming and forestry we saw earlier. Which again is more examples of how versatile you can be with vanilla industry. Noticing very little actual generic industry. It all seems to be specialised, doesn't it? Maybe we'll come across an area of that at some point. Again, over here it's all special industry. Then more of Natalia's favourite designs, these vanilla assets. With beach and pedestrian front. Shaman ferry convergence again. Doing wonders for the sea. This comes off into a really nice building actually. What is this? I haven't seen this one before. AST University, the custom one. Also with public library, nice vanilla fusings, car parking, pictures with some really nice retaining wall action over here. By the beach, we also have some pathways out here to some gazebos, touch further down, and then around this side of the highway. Just simple suburban sprawl on the edge of all this industry here. Giving us some really cool train aesthetics actually. We'll also see the Meteorite Park atop the hill as well. And then big embanked train line going off to our next island over here. Really interesting landscape this map, isn't it? All the map packs for CS1 are so good, to be fair. You do get some really good maps in them. Still waiting for someone to build on the, is it the Carstang Valley from Teddy's map pack? We haven't seen that one yet. Maybe I'll tell you what, I'll actually show you it in case anyone wants to go and build on it to submit for City Showcase. Castlands it's called, sorry, not Carstang Valley. Yeah, Castlands is an incredibly unique terrain inspired by some of the Chinese valleys. Very unique. Would love to see a City Showcase on that one day. Hint, hint. Someone go build on it, please. So we can see it. Over here we'll see definitely another little mini downtown, another little city centre, which has zoo assets right in the middle here as well. Then we got office, plazas. This financial district plaza, I think, isn't it? Oh, no, that is plazas and promenades, isn't it? I think. So many now. they all blend together. Wall to wall on the waterfront, more landscaping as we also see some European action kit back in. With a return of the Korean food market near the tax office and all this walkable space factored in around buildings. So you got wall to wall and European isn't a combination we come across very often at all, is it? There you go everyone, if you want to take a spice sample. Let me know what you think of wall to wall and European together on the same street. More blocks fit here. Another university. You do have quite a few universities around. I've also not noticed a campus either, so I'm guessing we're playing without campus DLC. I would assume you are, because you actually have university demand, which the campus DLC almost entirely removes. But yeah, so no campus DLC and no industries DLC then. Very interesting. As a shout out, both are available down below on Instant Gaming, by the way. They're very cheap. That does help support the channel. And our low density sprawl comes all the way up here, multiple layers. The little commercial block. In amongst housing, as we have another beach. More wonderful detailing out the front of the Cheesecake Factory. The Cheesecake Factory always gets care and attention, doesn't it? And then the map tapers off here. Up to the Sea Fortress and another ferry stop, which I'm guessing is kind of the final one on the loop, is it? Yes, some ferries coming over here. And then Sea Fortress also lies on the tip. This side of the highway, I think we're just looking at Nice rock walls, little pathways, transitioning layers. Frontage hotels. We've even got some car parking directly under the highway bridge here, which is really nice. And then our low density suburban sprawl pretty much completes this side of the highway. Now taking us through the valley into some very elaborate train interchanges here. Very sweet. Essentially a train trumpet almost, isn't it? Now we're coming to another smaller little outer-lying town. Made up of schools. There's some generic industry for us. Again, looks like all these little spaces behind the buildings have been factored into the overall visual, right? Love to see alleyway detailing. Don't know why, it's just something that really resonates with how I look at cities. Another cheesecake factory here. Amazing. Cheesecake factory is thriving in Lakedale, isn't it? Opening branches in every single town. And then some monstrous train infrastructure. Bask in that train place. That's pretty good, that, isn't it? Don't know if this is map maker or builder. Can't remember this one. Very big though. Very dramatic. And then that pretty much completes this second landmass. Dropping us down onto this one as we follow the highway and the rail across. We'll see big oil refinery. I've never seen all the oil assets in that big a pattern before. So I do really like all these. I don't know what they're called. Because it's like I guess those pumping jacks, aren't they? Based on their movement. Next to the derricks here. But very cool. Vanilla oil area. Not something we see at all. Every time we see oil, it's 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, it's Industries DLC. The Aviation Museum is out here, alongside more simple coastal commercial. Angled commercial with alleyways. You even see the pathway linking back through here too. That's another custom asset, a little custom Hard Rock Cafe. That's really nice, isn't it? Really great asset, that. I would have loved like a DLC pack that came with like a load of official branded assets. Maybe like Hard Rocks, the Starbucks, McDonald's, stuff like that. Obviously they are in the workshop, you can get them. So I feel like a brand deal would have been there for the making for a DLC pack, wouldn't it? If there's some marketing executive switched on somewhere, maybe. We'll see. Right, parking behind buildings here. As we join another massive oil refinery. Which is producing some beast traffic for you, isn't it? Down this highway. Are we okay? No, there's no one going. Right? Just stuck in a endless loop there. I think just because you have so much industrial zone in here, you're drawing an enormous amount of trucks. Again, the optimized industries mod can help sort that for you. More detail in here. Even these little small towns have been given the care and attention with the prop work coming through. Then got curves on the beach. It's a super busy outside connections. Oh, I guess this is outside connection plugged in, is it? I guess technically, yeah, super busy highway through here, isn't there? What are you all doing? Oh, that. That's probably what's causing it, I think. You probably need a ramp here for that. I'll maybe bring a bridge over and connect it in. Yeah. You can get away with this in small instances. Like I've done it before on a couple of systems that are highways, Ilium and Rannoch. But I wouldn't do it this close to an outside connection, I don't think. I think that's where all the traffic's barreling down from here, isn't it? Toward the industry. So just a bit of a choke point there. And then over here, we'll cross the water from these hotels into more of our outer lying districts here. Definitely looking back across all those mainland towers. See a distant skyline over there as well. And I really love the little commercial like town centre blocks you put together. There's always some nice little hub or plaza detailing to stumble across in them, isn't there? Yeah, that's a great little use of official assets there, isn't it? Apart from this custom train station. Literally right here. Which I've just noticed. But nice prop work. Cute little bus terminus here. Great stuff. Really nice. little train station, which is a little bit of use here. There's the train. That's the station. Thorids plan. Gulmarspan, Farsastrand, and Skarpnark. I don't know any of those locations. I would maybe say possibly... I was going to say Dutch, but the Covs and the Vics maybe have thrown me off there now. I'm not sure, maybe these are just totally made up locations. Who knows? I'm going to say Dutch, but it's possibly not. Maybe Scandinavian somewhere. Either way, let's not get distracted as we continue to enjoy the outer-lying sprawl here. Little roads shooting off into valleys. Back to these little commercial blocks along the main waterfronts here. And before this really drops us back over this chunk of land into farming interchanges. More seafront to enjoy. Nice parallel network action here. Big, thick 6-lane road. Yeah, very nice. I love parallel networks. Despite the outside connection train traffic. Another little custom station here. That's a really nice one, isn't it? Little bike parking out the front there too. At West Cherry Square Station. Very nice. Really like that. Even little like dirt and kind of scrap detailing on the station there as well. Really nice that. Pedestrian crossings. Trams mixing in with retaining walls where we'll see loads of attractions, amusement parks with the steam locomotive museum. And then another little mini city centre. You know, unique buildings, favourite zonings, the third appearance of the Korean street market. More of Natalia's favourite vanilla high density assets. We'll see loads of industry scattered amongst all these interchanges here. Got more farming. Oil as well. Is this ore? Yeah, this is ore, isn't it? Over here we'll see a little transitional area. We'll grab that as we cross over the water. We'll check out this stuff over here. A lovely little retaining wall for our shopping centre. Another decorated cheesecake factory. They are doing phenomenally well in Lakedale. Goodness gracious, they're everywhere. And this episode is sponsored by the Cheesecake Factory. If anyone works for the Cheesecake Factory, get in touch. we can work out a deal. Today's episode is sponsored by cheesecake. Your favourite sweet treat. We'll see the observatory up here with some vanilla fusing. Car parking as we cross over the water to another landmass up this way. We'll see another little Asian temple tucked in the mountain down here with some perhaps richer waterfront homes. Taking us to another surprise introduction of high density and quite an unusual configuration here on a dedicated island. Does this have a name, I wonder? Is this supposed to be something? Spruce Island, but Barbecue Park is what stole my eye. Is this because it's a park you can come to for the old barbecue? Looks like it, doesn't it? I love the idea of a barbecue park. A barbecue is just served basically year round, I suppose. And you can just turn up with some barbecue. That's a £1 million idea right there, everyone. Love this little school campus here. Concrete plaza, bollards and eateries. With libraries and more landscaping. I can't remember if this island is in the map itself or if it's something you've terraformed. But it's a fun way to use it. It's almost like a little mini island city, isn't it? Schools, residential, commercial. Parks, a second tax office. So, a lot of fun. This side we have more sprawl. Alongside another combo park. Which just sits very nicely, doesn't it? Yeah, and amongst the suburban setting. You have a good low density sprawl design to the city. It's all nicely measured. And sensible road hierarchy through the whole city really, but another example of it in this instance. With guess what everyone? Another detailed cheesecake factory, of course. Wow. Here we'll see bus depots, park maintenance, death care, fire service, all really nicely stuck together. Bit of industry in there too. But we see another school campus. Parks blended in before the city tapers out. This side again as well. Bringing us over this way. And we'll see another busy traffic at another port here, have we? Yeah, looks like it. Outer lying sprawl. Blocks of commercial again. With Natalia's favourite designs of parks, libraries, curbs and grid. Well, this brings us into the penultimate build. Where we have, I guess, though there's no port here, is that? Yeah, just over here on the port side. It doesn't look like you've done too much with this here. I know I think the old factories were here, weren't they? And all of this is pre-terraformed for you by SIDI as well. It doesn't like, I guess it's kind of hard to do a lot with this space when you don't have the Industries DLC, isn't it? Because you could fill this with factories, like all the unique factories could make up this space. And then various other industrial S buildings. But big chunks of our generic industry. There it is, we finally saw it. Just before the end. With our garbage and water treatment also out here. These look like custom water treatment assets, aren't they? I don't recognise these. Yeah, wastewater treatment plant is what they are. Nice one, quite similar to the Sunset Harbour ones actually. That's a good point. I don't think we've seen Sunset Harbour in the city either, have we? We've seen no fishing. And then over here. Cute little slipway down. That's actually kind of formed by the canal and the retaining wall there, isn't it? Holding nuclear power plants. We also missed a little windmill island out here too. Plus this spot of mid-century modern. Which brings us to a little hotel plaza. With some final custom assets, I think they are, aren't they? They're not official, I'm sure. Let me just check. Yep, Thornton residence. They are Ocean City apartments, those ones. Quite nice, actually. Which brings us to the end of a really wonderful city showcase. Like, this is definitely my favourite gameplay style. Because you can achieve so much with the freedom and the lack of limitations that the mods bring you. I mean, so much available in the official asset pool. A really good example of kind of modded CS1, but it's not overly done to the point where it's not accessible for most people to dive in and play it. Really, really nice city, Natalia. Very impressed, and I thoroughly enjoyed looking around Lakedale. Don't forget, if you want your city to feature next time, link is in the video description to the Google form. Fill it out and I'll do my best to get loaded and showcase off what is quickly becoming one of my favourite playlists on the channel. And this is like episode 39 of City Showcase, so 39 showcases so far. And you guys are so talented. Like, this is one of my favourite videos to record every week. I'm going to come in and see what you guys have done. It's just amazing. I love this series, so thank you for watching it to this point, if indeed you still are. Massive shout out to the members and patrons supporting the channel. Again, if you want to get involved in that, links are always in the video description. Enjoy the cinematics of Lakedale, and I'll shut up and leave it there. I thank you all so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.